Honestly, can we all agree that Kite is nowhere near this top 5?
I don't know about that. We didn't see all
I
his
don't know. We haven't
abilities.
seen like.
We didn't see all his
His
weapons.
ability?
We haven't seen all of it.
No, I can't.
We haven't seen all of them.
Nah. He kept
Isn't it random?
We
though?
didn't see all of it, but the fact that he made it random on purpose, like an idiot.
Yeah,
if I
that's
get that, I'm not making it random. You gonna know what I'm gonna get when I pull out that tool. It's gonna hit. It's gonna be strong every time.
It's a senpai. Pull up to the blaze like a samurai. Young OG Rochi fully Genkai. Fully Todoroki, I spit bar and ice. Open all engaged, feel like Mike Guy. Looking for an ass kicking, I'm the right guy. God body in the room, I'm cooling in the sky. God body Madara, touchdown, take down your squad. God body Cohen Mug, get your career revived. A bird, got some nerve. Side timer, hit the block hard, broke the curve. Pull up in a Gundam, broke a transformer. Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Hey yo, what's going on, fellow benchwarmers?
What's happening?
We are the benchwarmers, back at it again with our friends. Hey, I'm gonna let our friends introduce themselves because y'all already know them. But in case you forgot,
Back at it again. Boy Sam. Go by Skills Online.
hit at them
Jalen. I'm also known as the Lazy Sage. Follow my YouTube channel.
down there. Hey, and today we have another top five for y'all. Today's top 5 in celebration for my guy.
Oh,
Finally finishing, honey.
it's been a long time coming.
We've
We've been rooting for him the whole way.
We've been
And I'm
pushing
so
him.
I'm so proud. I feel like a proud father right now.
Hey, man,
He was moving too.
I'm so happy for you.
Proud of him. He watching.
You move faster than I do.
Tried to slip that in there. I know we're gonna catch it.
But no, today we have top 5 nin abilities that we believe are in the show. Now, not necessarily strongest character. I have to get that in there now, in case y'all try to roast us in the comment section. We are not talking about strongest characters. We're not.
Just abilities.
You
Just
talking about
abilities.
most useful or just
Most useful. How can you, like, if a different person had that ability,
What
how
they
would
really
that?
do?
How would they look with that? That's what we're talking about today. So, I mean, Hunter x Hunter has a bunch of them to choose from.
Super
Clearly.
detailed.
It's a very detailed show.
Very.
So, who wants to get it started with some? Y'all know how we do these top 5s. We just gonna throw some names out. Let me get my notes out.
Since I just finished, I'm gonna go ahead and go first.
Let me
Please do. You earned it.
facts.
I'm gonna go Crollo.
Okay.
You gonna crawl? Okay.
Okay.
We're definitely throwing Crollo in there.
I'm gonna go.
Is it CH?
I'm gonna go Crollo.
It is.
You gonna look behind you. Bro, just spit a name. No, don't just give us a name. Tell us why. Crollo, why?
He can take anybody. Like, okay, boom. That's just like. That's a copycat. That's like Kakashi copying the nigga ninjutsu. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
So here's the interesting about
Okay.
copying, right? So when you take someone's ability, you have to be able to withstand using that ability.
that's
There's
right.
no guarantee that Krillin can withstand all the abilities that he can't copy.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not one that I saw him use that he was.
But you'd be a fool in the situation in which you use it. You'd be a fool to try an ability which your body cannot withstand.
Oh, you're saying if a person had his ability that wasn't Chrome?
But it'd be useful on almost any mission.
No,
Like,
no. It's useful. No. Like what I'm saying is,
He's saying, can his
I'm not
body
saying that it's
withstand
not powerful. But I'm saying is, in any situation you seen Krollo use his abilities, he'd be a fool to use any ability his body couldn't withstand.
Like, will he be able to handle Kilo's Godspeed?
Not even his Killer's Godspeed. Like that one dude with the knife that caught the karate chop. Remember, he looked in the camera. He said, "Got him."
Oh,
Until
yeah.
a soul.
Yeah.
I know that man was wrong. I know he was wrong. But if Krollo would have tried an ability that his body couldn't withstand, Krollo would have lost that fight.
Apparently, my guy could predict the future too. Let me throw that out there.
Oh, he could.
Okay, so but that's only because he took a girl's ability through the poems.
Yeah, fact.
With that being said, what's the old girl name? Blonde hair, big nose. You just talking about her how she had all body.
Butterface?
Butterface. Yeah, there she go. You know what I'm talking about. What's her name? I
We gonna
forgot
throw her
fuck
picture up here.
She is the if you're trying to get intel, that's who you want to go to. But she came down there and read your line. So
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's useful.
that's useful as fuck. I'm thinking
It is, that
one
would
of
be-
these
Like a
would be
smart ass
useful, so
character got
really,
that.
That
I'm
would
really
be
coming
very
out my ass
useful.
with this shit now. I had a different list like 5 minutes ago. So like, ain't
That's-
gonna lie.
I believe him.
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
She said he don't go on here, you know.
Go ahead and go. I'm gonna say Hisoka over Kurapika.
Very versatile.
It's real versatile. So I'm gonna go Hisoka.
I don't want to hear explanations. Gon and his
Gone.
over Kurapika.
Gone is a super enhancer, like the best enhancer on the
He
show.
said
Like,
super
this nigga,
Super enhancer.
he is. Is he not? This nigga.
Now.
Yeah, now he is. Now that I finished the show, so I can say it. You know.
Now. Okay, so. Oh, you want what's
Explanation.
that
It's
for?
like, he didn't call to listen. I explain himself.
Okay, I said Gone, and then next Hisoka, because he can the bungee thing. He can bungee any fucking thing.
But he said him over
Facts.
Kurapika.
I mean, it's no particular order here.
No, he's just throwing out.
I'm just throwing out names.
Nah, we not. Yeah, boom. Oh,
It's no
boom.
particular order.
We're not doing the order.
No,
We're just throwing
I'm
names
just
out.
throwing out
Top 5.
my top 5. Because the bungee thing, like he can bungee you if he needs to. So that's there. Like
That's funny. That's real though.
let's see. Then I'm gonna go for my 5. It's either Netero or the King.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna go
the shit Netero could do with the golden.
Yeah.
Oh, the Buddha.
With the Flash Riders.
I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't honestly, so boom. What I'm gonna say about that power is because I feel like I also have that in my top 5,
But it's so.
and I don't know if y'all would, but the reason I do is really just cause if it wasn't for Miram, I feel like anybody else getting whipped with that.
Yes.
Wait.
Definitely.
With the golden.
Oh yeah.
I think anybody. I think
Oh, yeah, facts.
just because Miram is
He's just different.
a different
That
nigga.
was just
The
Yeah,
king
he
of
just,
Chimera.
He just that dude.
Yeah,
I think that's
facts.
the only reason he made it look like that. If anybody else is in that position, they getting whipped on spot.
No, it's definitely.
Now, what's funny about him saying that he made it look like that, you do understand there was an entire struggle before he actually got it hit.
Yeah, fact. Even
So
then,
he
he was
made it look
still
like that.
He was still.
You
like,
saw what happened to Pito.
Still like facts. Like that's in my top
And
5.
then he self-destructed and really killed the King. The King got.
The King is
he
just that
did.
dude.
He got revived.
He
at
just
the end.
people
People.
POP.
I think it's
Y'all
crazy
put
because this show
spoilers
has
on
so
it,
many
right?
different abilities.
Oh, we gonna let
What
him.
you say?
Okay, alright, good.
We gonna throw that in the
Spoil
beginning.
everything.
Spoilers everything. If you not caught up in the show, click off now. Go watch the show,
You should have been picked off.
and then make sure you.
All the stuff we've been saying.
True. But-
bro, he said self-destruct.
You
I'm
know,
like, hold on.
since we throwing that
So
out there.
gonna put
But I'm not gonna lie, like even people like the dude with that pipe that had the smoke.
That was
he
nice.
could-
Oh, yeah.
That
Like-
was dope. He
Okay,
had
so-
stamina.
Alright.
I fucked with him and how
That man
he
had
did it.
stamina.
Hold on,
it was a
dude.
female.
That shit
Yeah.
was dope.
Everything.
Because he had an ability where he put the cheetah in like a dome,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We
Like
just forgot
Yeah.
her name. Just put.
No, the cheetah put him in the dome, but he literally,
he waited it out.
yeah, he
Yeah, he was
timed it.
waiting.
Then I
Because the
said
cheetah was
use
being an idiot, and he had kept
I said use it
like
with
chewing
Netero
a cloud or
or
whatnot into
Yeah.
the cloud,
Yeah.
Miriam.
tagged him. Yeah.
Well, you got that. Then you got the other dude that had the teleportation box where they was in that other dimension.
Oh, the portals, yeah.
Yeah, when he would just like
That
start
was a
knocking off
clutch
the
foul.
weak ones one by one. He was like just drop them in here. I'm
Oh yeah, he was
fuck
like,
them
all
out.
right, cool. Let me put one here.
Facts.
And I'm gonna just handle these
Yeah.
niggas
That
one on
was-
one.
that was useful.
That was
Like
clutch.
it's some
That was
really
like 13
live
minutes
abilities
long,
in the
but
show.
Netero was-
That was
Oh,
clutch.
put Netero on number 5. Because not too many people.
Okay, so boom.
That's true.
Also, old dude with the
No.
with the bombs.
Oh, the
Nah,
bomber.
Oh, the bomber?
That could teleport.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah, I was a dope.
Oh.
The bomber was dangerous.
The bomber was loud because
Oh, the
he
bomber?
was putting bombs inside.
I think he
of
just
people,
gotta
huh?
touch you,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just had to.
Yeah.
man.
He had to touch you and then tell you how his ability works and the condition is set.
I think. Oh yeah, he used to
And
catch
he's
people
gonna
off
tell
guard
you.
with that.
He's gonna.
Yeah, he was
He's
like, yo,
betrayed
watch
the
out for
shit
the
out of
bomber.
people.
You're right, watch out for the bomber.
Watch out! No, he was doing that a lot, like the whole arc.
Facts. That's really That's how he was doing it. That's law. Gene is on this list. We just don't know how.
What's his?
We just don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
how.
they didn't tell us. Never
But he's
mind.
on it.
No, he's definitely. I don't know.
I don't know how.
I'm not gonna put him on my list because I don't know what he can do.
No, I'm
He
saying
just
he's
said
not
he's
gonna
high
be
in
on
the
the
show.
list, but I'm
I mean,
saying
they're part of the Zodiacs, man. They
Oh,
got-
yeah.
It's the same
By default,
thing.
they
Same
have
thing
no-
with Shanks.
Shanks, yeah.
It's
By
the same
default.
You
thing.
did hear, bro. You heard him say when they find out what happened to Ezra, they're like, "Why didn't you send us?" they were like, "What?"
like
They have
whenever
to be powerful.
whenever they
He's
show
strong.
whenever they show him, he's gonna be on this list definitely.
Whatever it is he does.
Whenever it.
No, so what's the detailed analysis on Killua's Godspeed? And his-
So boom. Honestly,
'Cause I know he goes.
I really
fast, but,
just feel
what's
like
what is he doing?
with Killua's Godspeed, I feel like it's just 100 and.
No, but it's a sign.
He
It's a
can live with
reason
lightning,
behind
too.
it. It's like it's
Well, he
something
can withstand
typical.
lightning because he's been going through torture since he was a child.
Right.
Right. So it goes through his body, but he can withstand it, so it doesn't really affect him like that. Right?
So that ability might not even just be as great for other people.
Well, you have to be able to withstand the ability. It's like in Ben 10, that hot, whatever the hell the alien is.
Oh, heat blast?
Yeah, no. That's what his name is, Heat Blast? Yeah, if Heat Blast felt the fire, it'd be an issue, right?
Definitely.
But the idea behind it is he's immune to it. So he's able to use the ability. Right? But if you put that fire on me, well, there I go. It's a wrap.
So the thing with Killua though is it says it's really a lot of offensive. It's really offensive heavy. You ain't gonna get too much defense. But how I'm thinking you could use it is really you could just
speed.
you could use
Speed is my defense.
just,
Oh, you mean really just defense on like?
I'm saying
on,
like yeah, if you do get hit,
Oh yeah, that's just gonna land.
That's
And then
gonna
Killua
hurt.
could like
Oh, yeah.
cut your head. Like
Yeah.
he can make his like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he can mutate manipulate his fingers.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What's some
Yeah, too.
what's some of your
Hey, bro,
favorite?
man, he been waiting on this moment. He said, I'm about to stop.
She gotta.
That's a lot of mass, by the way. I'm just not
Appreciate it.
That shit's tough.
For my list, I'll definitely have to put Poof on there.
Poof.
Yeah. But he's just so smart with his abilities to be able to just clone himself into like tiny molecular cells,
Yeah.
as well as be able to change his appearance and his voice to be able to trick his own opponents. Like for instance, when Gon was having Komagi hostage and took Pito, like Poof took the opportunity to pretend to be Komagi to make sure that what's her name? Pito.
Pito.
Yeah, Pito just doesn't do anything for Gon and kills Gon. But
Didn't turn out too well.
yeah, it didn't turn out
That didn't work out well at all,
I
actually.
ain't gonna lie, Peter had a pretty dope ability too.
She could heal.
Yeah.
She could
She could
pull
heal.
it
She
off.
could reconstruct.
Oh yeah,
her.
she was like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
whole
That little-
molecular
that little
system.
doctor looking.
Yeah.
She could like.
oh yeah, because Gon
She-
was just sitting there watching.
You better
Yeah,
fix it
Gon
now.
was fixing
You got an
it.
hour.
You better fix it now.
God, straight up, just G'd up.
That was some of
the
the
show.
Hey yo,
You got
Gon
10
became a man that
Yeah.
day. I was like,
Fix it
damn.
today.
I'm gonna
Y'all
go
think he was 12?
That was one of the most intense
Gon
scenes.
sitting there for like how many episodes was he just sitting?
like 2.5.
Nah,
Those
like,
was-
longer
I feel like
than
it was
that.
longer.
It was
Five.
longer. Like,
It was
five.
3 episodes.
At least
Yeah.
I feel 5. He was sitting there for minutes.
Oh yeah.
Because
Just
he kinda-
his
look,
expression
he kinda
wasn't
was
changing.
at,
And his expression was
Expression was
not
not.
changing.
He was just
He was
mad.
sitting there the same
He kind of
time.
with pizza like around 116, 150, 116, but then they left like at like 125, like 10 episodes.
He was sitting there at the same
He
time
was sitting
Netero
there
and
for a minute.
Miriam was fighting. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was some of the loudest parts of the show.
Especially in sub.
Oh,
That
bruh.
the emotion you
That
get from
scene
him
in
screaming
Sub
in
was
sub.
You have to
Oh
watch
my.
that in sub.
It's good in dub too. It definitely
Jesus.
is.
Nah,
But in
no, nah. So I love
It was-
that, but
it was cool.
Sub was
But the
just
sub did not come.
Whoever the sub actor is,
for that scene.
Kudos.
So you're saying the entire time when he was sitting there talking to her and stuff?
No, I'm talking
it
about
was a specific
when he started
scene.
screaming.
When he started
when
screaming.
he had his rage moment, and he was like, when he found out it wasn't about to go how he thought it was
Yeah.
a kite.
Oh, he said, so you can't heal him? And then he started
When it
crying.
like clicked.
And he says, I don't care what happens to me.
Now before that, like when they first meet up with Pito, he was just yelling. At
Oh, he was yelling at her?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, but he
screaming.
had me shook.
He was just screaming at her.
Bro. And then Killer was like, damn.
Killua was shook. Killua was shook.
Kill on that.
I've never seen
Kill on
Killua
that.
shook.
Yeah. he was like-
Man, I ain't. Yeah,
No,
Pito.
Gon was different that day.
It was.
Definitely
Yeah.
a man.
Who that was?
He needed his daddy there next to him, actually. That's what he needed in his life.
Speaking of
The
that,
moment
that scene
you need a
when
father
they-
in your life.
This scene when they finally met was fucking hilarious.
Oh, bro, that was, bro,
Yeah.
yo, around the entire situation, you're like, how about you go and I'll come back? We're not gonna fall for that again. You gotta go Rangers, son.
Okay, so you putting what's the fire dude's name? Would you put him in your top 5? The one from the Troop, the Phantom Troop.
Oh,
Shit, I would.
Because it's some pretty intense.
But it wasn't even just that ability. He has multiple abilities.
he does
He
have
does.
multiple.
When he was
does.
speaking in tongue, I was shook. I was, what the?
He can do quite a bit.
That man brought an entire sun.
Yeah, he cold. I'm gonna put his name down for
He
shit.
threw a temper tantrum though. He was childish as hell for what he
did.
did. He
He
really
did.
threw a temper. That's really what that
It was
was.
like an Azula moment.
Who else top 5? Is Karapika top 5 worthy?
Is it a Zula moment?
Damn near. I wanna.
If we was doing
Oh.
this list on characters, I'd put Kurapika up there. But in abilities, I can't put him up there because
I can't put him in there just because of the default. Like I'm gonna lose my most strongest chain because I'm not gonna be fighting the Phantom Troop.
Well, maybe that chain's only strongest because of the condition, right? So what if he didn't do the condition and another?
Oh, if we
chain,
taking that off, then okay, yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because the assumption is
Yeah,
it's the strongest chain because of the condition, which is like how Gong got his ability. Put a condition on it. Now I can move forward. And if you guys watch the movie, put a condition, I get Om. Now, if you guys haven't watched the movie, what Om is, it's malice, right? So instead of Nin, use Om and it's malice, and it doesn't have the same limitations as Nin. You basically become a specialist, literally straight up specialist, but there's a condition on it. You have to create a contract. That's how you get the Om ability. So the idea behind it is the chain in which he uses, things like the constriction chain or something like that, it's only as strong as it is because of the condition which he has around his heart. If I use it against anyone else, then my heart gets constructed and it's a wrap, right? So what if he didn't use that, and there's another chain that was strong, right? Like all these other chains are probably around this, like regardless of the condition, probably the same strength right now, but because of the condition, he needs that one to restrict them. Because his idea was, I want to kill them, but I want to get revenge.
Right.
So instead of just killing them, I want to make them walk the earth with no abilities, so they'll be powerless to all their enemies. So then they walk around, the enemy's like, oh, you don't have any powers. How many times am I gonna teach you this lesson, old man?
Easily. You green.
Easily.
Exactly, right? Make them suffer.
Mhm.
So
Honestly, yeah, if we do in that case, then I could see that that ability being top 5.
Yeah.
I throw that on the list.
So right now I got Krollo, Yusuka, Gon,
I think Krollo should be solidified as well.
Krollo. Honestly, I have Krollo's for sure solidified in the top 5. That's one.
So I haven't said one yet. So I'm gonna go with Alaka. Here's why.
Oh god.
Which one is that?
The little sister, the one's like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think she. I was just finna.
So,
I was waiting.
but
for
here's the
somebody to
thing:
bring
the
her up.
problem is based off the way the ability is working now. From what we know, we don't know what kind of restrictions are on it. But I will say this: if she could just rapid fire requests, and she can decide whether or not they can give it to her or not, instant kill on everybody.
Like once
Oh,
she get
facts.
older, she gonna get real dangerous.
She gonna be cold with that.
When she matures,
She gonna be
yeah,
OP.
it's
She
gonna
gonna
be
be
it's gonna be out of everybody's
OP.
hands.
She
I
gonna be
do
think,
what she wants.
and
OP.
especially
Like, give me
since,
your head.
especially
3
since
times.
this is a list
I don't think
that
it's the same request 3 times.
Or give me your
Oh,
head.
it's gonna be
give me your
quick.
hand. Give me your lip. Like some
Give
impossible
me
shit.
your nin.
give me your heart.
No, like give
Yeah.
me your heart.
Yeah.
Give me your nin.
All she has to
Give
do
me
is
the
ask
stars.
some impossible shit. You not do it. 3 impossible questions and you over.
No, I'm not going. Okay, so yeah, I think since this is a video on just abilities, I think she for sure solidified.
Sure.
Yeah,
Honestly, we can debate it later, but she might even be number 1.
possibly.
It's close.
She has a chance. Wow. But no, I think Miriam for sure is top 5.
No, so legitimately, if you want to do like a guaranteed top 3 Meruem, you can say Neteru and you can say Aluka. In theory. And then you just
And
have room
Krollo.
for 2. But even if you have room for 2, you literally have those 2 guys. Or you have Krollo, so you can say Krollo. That's top 4 off grip.
That's 3 right there.
And then, but again, like I said, Aluka's in theory. Other 3 are guaranteed. And then I talk about the movie. Now you guys haven't seen the movie. We don't have to talk about the movie if y'all don't want to talk about the movie. But in the movie, this last mission movie, I believe that guy needs a spot because he created an entire different Nin type. Not even Nin type, a different type of Nin fundamental. Completely made a malice
That would make sense.
that enabled
Okay,
you.
okay.
Not only could he transfer it to other people, but when they died, he would gain that power back. And then he could steal other people's abilities, and it left you without the restrictions of the typical Nin. That in itself is amazing.
So let me ask you this: are you taking him or are you taking Killua's grandfather's ability?
No, I'll take him over Killua's grandfather.
Okay,
Well, okay, so it's tough because
it's interesting.
that guy can.
Mm.
What could your grandfather do?
He had the dragon.
Oh.
Who was Netero with the spears or was it
Yeah,
That wasn't with
it
the
was him
series.
with the sword.
That was
Oh,
Netero?
lights. Yeah.
the lights? Was Netero? Was it the grandfather?
No,
The
the
He did the
grandfather.
dragon.
The grandfather did that.
Yeah.
Oh, the grandfather.
The grandfather did
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah.
He fucked them up.
Yes.
I remember he also had a part in the liveness that happened
Yeah,
right
he-
there.
yeah.
So he
No,
for
he
sure
did.
had to.
He was the opening scene.
Yeah.
No, what got me was when that cheetah was like, "Come on," he's like, "Oh, I'm not trying to. Can you go fight somebody else?" He was like, "No, it just so
Oh,
happened I
yeah.
ran into you."
I remember that.
He was like, "Okay." He said, "Well, you
You should
should."
watch it back.
Yeah, he said, "Watch it back." He said, "What?"
Then daddy came.
Yeah, no, like his son came down and he was just like,
Right.
It was. I really fucked with the cheetah.
I did.
And it was
I like the
old,
cheetah.
Right.
The cheetah cool.
Again, it's that's why we have Crollo, Merum, and Netsudo, because we know how, for the most part, how the abilities work.
No.
But it can be extremely exaggerated how Alucard's abilities work. And we're talking about all the positives, there can be some extreme drawbacks. Like I was saying earlier, if you can only give requests to one individual, right? We don't know if it's multiple, but so far they say it's only been one.
Yeah.
Then you're fighting a 3-on-1 battle against, say, Pito, Merum, and anybody else. Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden, you can only give requests to one person. You're going for Merum. Okay, so do you have any abilities? Okay, I'm pretty sure that. See, here's the thing that's interesting as well. The ability that she has is based off of the creature from the Dark Continent. We still don't know what her abilities are.
Which one?
She's her own person, but that's a second being inside of her.
Are you talking about stuff in the manga?
Nanaka and Elia, they're two different beings. One is a being from the Dark Continent, and one is the actual person. Because she's part of Zoldyck Valley, she has her own abilities as well. So we don't know how it's going to complement. So there's no guarantee that she won't be a badass. There's no guarantee she just won't be OP. That's ball.
She probably,
That's
she
actually a
definitely
really
will.
good point.
Yeah.
But it's also a guarantee. I'm sorry, it's not a guarantee that she won't. She could have a cold power, and then just be the coldest thing on the show, and Wash gone, and now it's her show. But I don't think that'll happen. Nah, I think she might stick with her shit. Honestly, I feel like if they did give her power, it'd probably just be regular.
She'll be an assassin anyway, so she'll be able to kill him.
She gonna be cold.
So she'll know how to fight, and then depending on what. Because here's the thing about nin abilities, right?
Oh.
It's not like but here's the thing about nin abilities. It's not like you just have an. Okay, so you have a nin type based off of. I'm not sure if it's based off how you're born or your family genetics, whatever it may be. But you don't really have like a nin ability per se. You have a nin type. The nin type determines the type of abilities that you can master. So it's almost like whenever you select a class in an RPG, I don't have a specific ability, but I have a type that allows me to go into this ability tree. Like that one dude that Hisoka killed, he was able to do the doppelganger. But I think that was one of his types that he can only do 60% armor. I think he was originally an enhancer.
He wasn't an enhancer.
Yeah, like no one knew. But he mastered that so well.
That's a lot of
for being at 60%. So imagine we could have done with 100% instead of 60%. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't guarantee an ability. It guarantees a type. And just because you have a type doesn't mean you can't learn other abilities. So she can literally learn a roster of abilities that enable her to literally jank all of her opponents with whatever that being is from the Dark Continent. Simply because of whatever her type may be. Because all she has to do is figure out how can I best complement this with my assassination skills as well.
Cold. She killing everything.
So it's almost like, well, that's not her ability. They are kind of one. With that being the case, almost no matter what she gets, she would definitely be OP.
Unless somebody takes away her ability to talk.
That's a possibility, but we don't know what all the abilities could be.
What do you think would take?
I feel like somebody like Crollo would take advantage of that.
Because here's another thing too. So look at Bisky, right? Bisky's able to write in then. Imagine she can write her requests. And then that still counts. It's a big question mark. We're talking on theory at the moment, but at the same time, we don't know exactly whether or not she has the power to kind of just really jank that ability, or if it's just, hey, whatever is presented is what it is.
Okay, give me one rough draft of what the description of interest was again, because I feel like that could shake its way in there if I think is what I remember it to be.
Talking about the
Knuckle.
Oh, Knuckle?
Yeah.
Oh, so the more he hits you,
interest increase.
Yeah. So in
And
other
it
words,
takes away your
he
nin.
gives you nin, and you take no damage. But what happens is you got to give all that nin back.
Right.
But
okay. Yeah.
it's like in college debt. But the more I give you, the more interest occurs. The percentage is the same. The more interest occurs.
Right.
So if I give you 1,000 points of, nin, all of a sudden I got interest on 15%. That's 150 right there.
So
and I'm just.
It wasn't.
And the interest increased 10% every 10 seconds.
Yeah. It was racking up.
Oh yeah, it was like every other.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Like, of course, I was really like wondering like how he about to get out of this. I was like,
I was gonna say, did he? How did he get out of it?
it's
We should
really
have done that condition. All the nin in the world.
That's a lot of ability. I like that one.
Yeah, I feel like
Top five?
I don't know about top 5 because it showed immediately it's useless for anybody who has an abundance of nin. So it has to be like this. they have to have a low amount. It's a percentage thing. So I have to be able to inflict enough damage on you to the point where
Right.
no matter how much nin you have, this interest is gonna kill you,
Yeah.
right? Or, well, it's just that because like I said, you can be like, I hit you, I'm not doing any damage, but because of how much more power I have over you, or how close we're on power, or the gap where I'm ahead, when I hit you, it's incurring major interest. I'm able to give you more power, and
I'm
then
gonna keep hitting you.
saps, right? But if it's him versus Meruem, and him versus what's the red dude, the one that transformed into the Minotaur?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had so much nin. It was like, bro, what is the point? It was like, yo, you could have sapped this, and I still would have been good.
That was a damn
He did, yeah.
So it's based off of how. But if it was Netsudo doing that, especially with them hands, interest everywhere.
Yeah, facts.
But understand this: you're still not taking any damage till the interest occurs. Like until he decides, hey, I want my payback.
But when it hit, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Man.
So then, what would you put for the fifth spot?
Honestly, can we all agree that Kite is nowhere near this top 5?
I don't know about that. We didn't see all
I
his
don't know. We haven't
abilities.
seen like.
We didn't see all his
His
weapons.
ability?
We haven't seen all of it.
No, I can't.
We haven't seen all of them.
Nah. He kept
Isn't it random?
We
though?
didn't see all of it,
It's
but
random.
the fact that he made it random on purpose, like an idiot.
Yeah,
If I
that's
get that, I'm not making it random. You gonna know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna pull out the tool. It's gonna hit. It's gonna be strong every time. I'm not gonna have no weak weapons in my arsenal.
nigga said, I
mean, that was
None of his weapons were
What
weak.
was that?
though.
What week? That's the thing.
But he didn't like him, or it wasn't like his best.
It wasn't
Well,
the best for
but
the
that's fine,
situation.
though. He didn't like
it
the
wasn't
side
good for the
either.
situation.
He didn't like the side either. He was like,
That's what I'm
another
saying.
bad draw.
But he set it up like that. I would set it up to where it benefited me in every possible way.
I think he's wanted to be able, no matter what the situation was, he wanted to be able to use all those weapons. I mean, he's a true master. He's like, hey, look, if I'm going to be dedicated to my training and learn to be the best hunter I can be, all these weapons in my arsenal, I have to learn how to master all these weapons. How do I know whether I'm great with these weapons or not? Well, put myself in the life of that situation. Like when Bisky had Killua and go and fight that one dude with the scissors,
Yeah, I remember that.
they leveled up like that because they're in life of their situations. So he puts himself in the life of that situation with those weapons, and he just
So you think he did it like that to get stronger?
yeah. I mean, but look at who his master is. That man abandoned his
That's a good
son,
point.
and he said, "Oh, that kid's not gonna die." Have you seen your son? Have you seen him? Because he can't. No one can see him. He doesn't look like that man. Looked like a mummy. When he was done using his ability,
Oh, yeah.
he was a mummy.
Yeah.
That man was a raisin.
He cut a nigga right.
I'm not gonna lie, old dude in there, the fire nigga in there for me. He in my top 5.
Okay, so what would that would be 4 then
I
solidified?
think that's his Porto.
Who's the fire dude?
The
Porto?
Oh, him? Yeah.
he's in your top.
I give it to him. I
Honestly,
give it to
yeah.
him. I give it to him.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's 4.
I think that's for sure. Yeah.
One thing I will say is that one dude that made the joke about he was selling Karafika, he was like, when the grandpa said, make sure nothing happens to my friends, he says, well, we've already beat him to a pulp.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his abilities are, but I think that dude's really strong, though.
He is strong. I don't think
Yeah.
he's top 3 in the group, but he is. I feel like he did something wild
So who the
before that.
I mean, he had everybody shook. Remember he had grabbed Killua's legs, Killua did that spin, he whistled, he like,
Wait,
yeah.
Kane. He's a
We haven't said.
I mean, I wrote him down. Anybody seen him?
Oh, well, his is
It's
just,
versatile.
Can
He is
can
versatile.
He,
Yeah,
he's
he's
smart.
smart.
Can he like?
yeah.
He can do a lot with this shit.
He can
Yeah,
do
he
a
can
whole.
He can do a lot.
Oh, okay, how about we do this? We agree that Zeno could be up there? Zeno
Zeno for
Voldish?
sure.
Okay, so that should be
Somewhere
a
in there.
5.
That's 5 right there.
Yeah, that should be a 5.
Zeno?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that list.
'Cause I would say as far as nin abilities and mastery, he's definitely over his son. But his son just
Oh,
has
sure.
more youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got more experience.
Yeah, his son is like 40 in his 40s, early 40s. So
His son gonna be the
greatest.
He gonna be that.
Great.
dude.
be that dog.
The greatest. I mean, his father would be alive for another 30 years, but he'd be the greatest.
Okay, so boom.
Rolo, middle roll.
Our top 5 that we have so far. We're assuming is Prolo. Cool.
Yes.
Netero.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Portor, the fire nigga.
First.
Mira. Cool with
Yeah.
that. Zeno.
Yeah,
Cool
that's
with that.
solid.
That's definitely a
Solid.
solid.
I think
Very
that's it.
strong
And
characters
keep
with very
in
diverse
mind
abilities.
again, like I said, these are their powers, not them. Remember that. Don't roast us. But I think that's solid though, for sure. I
Maryland
like that.
became a god.
Yeah, Miriam honestly became. I feel like number one, if we had to, because usually at the end of these top five, we don't rank it, but we at least try to pick a number one. I feel like Miriam.
I don't think Crollo can take Miriam's abilities.
I feel like Miriam.
Because Miriam doesn't have like a distinctive ability. He just adapts. He just starts evolving.
Whatever you
to
can do,
become
he
the
can do it
perfect
better.
being.
Miriam, easy.
Miriam no more.
Right.
Hey,
They did Miriam like they did Itachi.
facts.
They
They
had
just
to
go to
force
them. Take these goat horns. They're yours. I like that. Let us know what y'all think about the list though. Down in the comment section. Again, our guy. YouTube channel.
Yeah, follow me on my YouTube channel, The Lazy Sage. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _LazySage. Watch anime. I've seen over 300 anime, so I'm liable. I know my stuff, so check me out.
Hit them up.
Facts. Hey, yeah, I think that's a solid list, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming by, checking us, helping us do this, man. Y'all let us know what other top fives y'all would like us to do. Any kind of top five, music, anime, movie, whatever.
What's your top 5?
Yeah.
Put it in the comment section.
Top
Let
five,
us know
top
y'all
five,
top
top
five. Of course, we would like to interact with y'all with that. Until next time. Peace.
You know, I was just venting, man. You know.
Empire. Pull up to the blaze like a samurai. Young OG Rochi fully Genkai. Fully Todoroki, I spit bar and ice. Open all engaged, feel like Mike Guy. Looking for an ass kicking, I'm the right guy. God body in the room, I'm cooling in the sky. God body Madara, touchdown, take down your squad. God body Cohen Mug, get your career revived. A bird, got some nerve. Side timer, hit the block hard, broke the curve. Pull up in a Gundam, fuck a transform.